Hey, what is up YouTube watchers? I am back here today with another top 10 and I'm quite excited. We're returning to the cables with the top 10 best cable back exercises. So last time we did the top 10 best chest exercises for cable. This one's going to be the back. We've got 7 here, not 10. I realised I said the number wrong. And you know, again, this series is kind of to help you, and I will do other ones for like dumbbells or barbells, but effectively I want to give you a range of exercises that you can do so that if you're constricted on the equipment that you can use, you then have a way to have a look and go, well, you know what, actually I can only use the cables today and I'm doing back, what can I do? Boom, there's the back ones. Or I can only use dumbbells today and I've got to do chest. All right, here's all the exercises I can do for chest on dumbbells. This is for when basically you know the gym is packed and we all know it's coming. We all know that the influx is on its way. We know that we are getting close to Christmas and we know what happens after Christmas. We all know, all regular gym goers know that when it gets past Christmas, it is like the stampede in The Lion King. You know that bit when Mufasa and all those goddamn like bulls are right up. They bulls? Were they? What? I'll put a picture up of the animal. You know the big thing with the horns? Anyway, like that massive stampede effectively. It's like that, but to the gym and with people. Okay, so with that said, let's get into it. Now, the first one is obviously going to be the lat pull down, right? Now, you've got 2 variations. If you're lucky to get on a lat pull down machine, you should be okay to obviously, do your classic lat pull down. Set the pads up so they're resting comfortably on the top of your legs. Then get down, obviously, grab the bar, sit down, get your legs underneath it. Now when you're here, you're then going to lift your chest up and pull down to the top of your chest. Now I see too many people bringing it down here, trying to like bring the bar all the way down to the lap. That's not what you should do. You should bring it to the top of your chest with your chest pointed out and keeping your shoulders back, and then bring it up slowly. In terms of where you should grab on the bar, you should grab a little bit outside shoulder range where it feels comfortable. And if you want an extra little tip to make this a better exercise, try and focus, because the bar won't bend, right? But try and focus on bending the bar outwards this way. Try and basically bend the bar as you're pulling it down, and that will force the lats to activate even more on this exercise. If you cannot get on the actual lat pull down machine and you're stuck with your classic cable machine, there's different variations. You can do the kneeling one, so you're going to kneel down on the floor, set both the cables up high, get handles on both ones, then you're going to kneel down on the floor holding the handles, and then you can do your lat pull down like this, or you can attach one of the bars to both the hooks, kneel down, and then do your classic lat pull down, either kneeling or sitting cross-legged. Making sure, of course, that the weight on both sides is the same. Okay, so moving on to the next one. We do have quite a few rows in this list, but I love the row. The row is just a great exercise, and as we talked about on this channel before, we want to get that nice sea of muscles across the back. Then the row is going to be a great exercise to do so. So this first one is just going to be the classic cable row. So you're going to sit down, obviously, get your feet on the pads. Make sure you set the weight as well, obviously, and all that good stuff. Grab it, so it's going to be your classic grip like this. You want to push your chest out and sit upright, pull your shoulders back, and then row. And make sure you're rowing to your lower abdominals. Don't row too high, because then you're not activating the correct bit. You'll get way more activation if you row lower. And then obviously slow on the way back. Okay, so the next one is going to be one of my favourites, which is going to be the rear delt fly. So obviously for this, you don't actually need any handles or anything. You can just hold on to the cables. Set both the cables up so that they're just about at shoulder height. Then what you're going to do is grab one cable on one side, one cable on the other. Then what you want to do is pull your shoulder blades back again, chest nice and up. Then bring them to here. And then you're going to bring it all the way back, keeping your arms at about 90 degrees and keeping a slight bend at the elbow. And then bring it back. And then bring it back again. Just imagine I'm holding the cables. And you're going to repeat that process until the backs of your shoulders. So it should be kind of the top end of your back, and the backs of your shoulders should burn out. Great exercise. Okay, so the next one is going to be a slightly moderated version of the pullover. So the pullover is a great exercise. We know that we can use the pullover for our lats. We can also use the pullover for our chest as well, dependent on whether you have your elbows flared at the top and at the bottom, or whether you bring your elbows in. Yeah? So depending on which one you're going to do is going to depend on whether you're hitting your chest more or your lats more. But we're going for the one with the lats because this is back. So you can, if you can get yourself a bench, you can grab a bench. If you can't, you can actually lay on the floor and do this. For the floor, you'd want to set it all the way down to the bottom. For a bench, obviously set it up so it's head height. Then grab a straight bar, attach it to the thing, obviously set the weight. Then lay down. And make sure the cable's on tension, so you're going to move away from the cable a little bit when you're laying down so that the cable's actually tension. And then bring it up over your head, and then bring it down, and then bring it up. And the cable should kind of come, it will kind of come across on your here, will come across here a little bit. It can be a little bit irritating, but it is a reasonably good substitute for this exercise. Okay, so the next one, if you don't like the cable coming down across you, this is a different way you can kind of do it. You can hit the same area, and that's going to be the straight arm pull down. So what you're going to do is you're going to set yourself up, get a straight bar, set the cables high, then you want to hold on to the cable, push your butt out so that you're kind of leaning back and leaning over. Then what you want to do is bring it down, and then you're bringing it down to your waist, keeping your arms reasonably straight. You can have a slight bend in the arm, and then you want to bring it back up and bring it all the way back down, and really try and focus on contracting through your lats, and that's going to be a great exercise for you. Another thing I forgot to mention with that exercise, you are working your kind of straight arm strength, your scapular strength, so that's a great benefit for that one as well. Okay, so number 6 is going to be kind of a moderated version of the Meadows row. So everyone's seen the Meadows row, right? You're bent over and you're pulling a bar which is attached into a landmine, and you pull it, and you're pulling it up whilst obviously you're bent over. I'm just a little bit tall for this camera. Hang on a sec. Okay, hang on a sec. So that's giving me some more room, right? So you're bent over, you have the bar here, you have the end of the bar in your hand, and you row out to the side like that. Okay, but as you guessed, we're doing a moderated version because obviously we're working with cables, right? So the easiest way to change it for cables is set the cables all the way down to the bottom, get a handle, set the weight, and then again, same motion, you're just pulling up with the handle instead. Okay, and number 7, which is going to be our last one today, is a great exercise. I saw a couple YouTubers use this one, and I've tried it. I love it. So you're going to set the cables up high. This is a high pull row. At least that's what I've called it. I can't remember quite the name. But you're going to set it up high. You want your feet in a staggered stance. So whatever side you're pulling with, you want that foot to be back, and you want your other foot to be forward, right? So you're going to grab the handle, or if I'm doing it this side, obviously my right foot is forward. Grab the handle, and then as you pull, you rotate slightly at the waist to allow for your a little bit of extra contraction, and then you're going to let it come back up and back down and back up and back down, and that's how you do that exercise. Okay, so hopefully that was informative for you guys. I'm trying to make these kind of quick so that you're not spending ages watching this, so you can get on and actually do these exercises in the gym. Let me know if you think I left anything out. I think I explained them all kind of reasonably well while trying to keep it as simple as possible. If you guys have any great back exercises for doing on a row, on the cable, not on the row, although the row is a great back exercise, let me know, and in the comments below basically, and leave a thumbs up, subscribe. It's up to you, but it's helpful. And hope you have a nice day, and hope to catch you in the next video. Don't know why I said episode. Yeah, I have no idea why I said episode. That was so weird.